breaking news coming in. A financial center reportedly came under a drone strike in Dubai. So this is yet another strike in Dubai. Iran continues to target some of these Middle East countries, some of these Gulf nations, and this we're learning is another set of visuals of fresh explosions that have been reported. A financial center reportedly came under a drone strike in Dubai. Let's not forget, another building caught fire yesterday because a minor explosion took place in Dubai. Before that, we've seen 2 incidents of airports also being targeted. Now, whether that was a result of debris falling off some interception or whether that was a direct target, all of that remains unclear still. But these are all Iranian attacks, remember, all directed towards these Gulf nations. And that's where the concern begins really for all of Middle East. And that's something that Iran also carefully is using to its own advantage and continues to hope to do so. Iranian president a few days ago did come out to say that we will not go after these Gulf nations unless their own territory is used to attack Iran. But that promise did not really last. Akash is with us here. Akash, what more do we know about what we're learning from Dubai?
Right, so authorities are somewhere confirming this attack, one, and then the debris, the fall of debris as well. No injuries, of course. They are saying that it was a minor incident, Kritsween. But then we have reported in the morning, early morning today, that how the central part of Dubai was impacted because of it, because this sort of strike was somewhere targeted and it hit, in fact, a building. Now, they are saying that no injuries have been reported out of the incident, and it was a minor incident. But it is somewhere showing that how these attacks still continue as far as Dubai is concerned. Kritsween, we have been discussing since morning that how these Gulf nations are very much concerned about their infrastructure and their civilian population, and specifically Dubai. Indian diaspora, if we talk about, so we have a lot of Indians, in fact, in Dubai, and their security is, of course, a matter of concern. But yes, these are the confirmations that are coming from Dubai authorities, where they are talking about the debris, and in fact, they say that it was an interception initially, and after which it means that the intended target could not be hit, and it was intercepted in the midway, and because of which debris fall happened, and because of which we saw the reports in the morning.
And that has been one of the biggest concerns, at least for these Gulf nations. Akash, the other story is, let's compare Israel to, let's say, Dubai, right? Tel Aviv has typically always been all ready for this kind of a situation. It's a small country. They've seen repeated attacks from different parts of Middle East. Particularly several Iranian proxies, remember, have been targeting Israel. And we saw how all of that changed for worse for Israel after the October 7 attacks. So there are bunkers, there are shelters very close to each of the residential complexes, and that's not the case in Dubai.
Yeah. In fact, I went to Israel last year, and yes, it is the scenario. On ground, we have bunkers almost in every next house. And of course, they are dealing with situations, as you rightly pointed out, at every border, they have their adversary. They have a fear, that an attack would be launched any day. Of course, they are prepared. And after October 7th, as you rightly pointed out, they have prepared themselves in a way that, even if a nano drone is coming, they are intercepting the drone. Maybe Iron Beam is employed, or Iron Dome in a larger context is employed, and they are dealing with threats. As far as Dubai is concerned, things are very much different. Dubai has been focusing on infrastructure. Dubai has been focusing on tourism, on economy, and they don't have adversary per se. They are not in war with any of the nations. And in fact, as far as this particular scenario is concerned, so they are not the direct players. They are impacted only because of the fact that Iran is counting them as an adversary. Also because they are somewhere allowing United States to operate from their land, and this is the reason why these attacks are happening. But other than that, also we have interceptions that are happening, and in fact, the authorities in Dubai are somewhere confirming that they are also intercepting some sort of missiles or drones that are coming towards their way. In the recent episode in the morning today, the thing that we are discussing, that they have intercepted this threat that was coming, and it is the debris, that is coming down, possibly that people thought that is an attack.
Yeah, which has happened in the past as well. So it does remain a concern for not just Indian expats in all of UAE, all of Middle East. Thank you, Akash, for joining us with that update. Now, do remember, viewers, the other important aspect to the story is, and if one of the outcomes of this were to be that the American attack does stop, the other challenge for the US administration is going to be also convincing Israeli forces to stop with their own targeted attacks, which is going to be difficult to do given that there's lots more at stake when it comes to the equation between Iran and Israel, historically speaking.